Alright, so here we go with the Saltinate versus United Nations. Technically it's 1-0 for, and it's best of 2 by the way. Technically it's 1-0 for United Nations because I just played the second game. So the Saltinate are down 1-0. Let's say that. This was the first game played though. And it's the Saltinate's home map, Team Islands. An absolute shit show of a map that I will never voluntarily play, but that's just the way it goes. Alright, so let's introduce my teammates here first. Umut Dennis, aka Extreme AI, loves his diverse unit compositions. Let's go with the Sicilians here. It's a civilization with some naval strengths, but you can probably guess what might happen throughout the game here. No spoilers, of course, but I have an idea. Beautiful house. But Sicilians for Team Islands, not bad, because their transport ships, team bonus for transport ships is that they carry 5 more units and have extra armor, lots of armor, so you can't easily take them out. In the pocket, we have our British teammate, the Ghost, playing as the Vikings. The playstyle is on the defensive side. He's very good at defending and booming and then kicking it off in the late game. So he's gonna boom up with the Vikings here and get to those longboats and dominate water. That's the general idea, at least. To the left, we have Akkal-AOE with the Portuguese, another strong naval civ. But also, if Akkal-AOE wants to land, he has many options with the Portuguese. You have cheaper gold for all units, right? So even if you don't focus on water and naval fighting, you could land with archers and or knights for that matter with the Portuguese and do lots of damage. So let's not rule out the landing here completely. Now as for the Saltinate, we have Chadwin in the pocket with Malay here. An obvious strong naval civ. They go through the ages 66% faster. And earlier uptimes on water maps, naval maps are so important to get your galleys out and everything happening. Or chasing here. Six villager, that's fine. To the right side, we have Captain Binjuice, also with the Vikings, but Vikings flank here. So Captain Binjuice probably wants to make some galleys in Feudal Age and help out fighting for water, winning water for his team here for the Sultanate. New stats of recent capture age, by the way. We have idle thesis time, but then we have worker efficiency here. We can see some players better at keeping the eco running very smoothly than others' resources. And then the game effective APM here. Akkal-AOE, what the hell are you doing? You're at 60 something here. With general effective APM, this military APM. So that's probably clicking the scout, manually scouting, and then eco APM, managing economy units and stuff. So I'm gonna toggle this on occasion to, yeah, just have a, but this is the main screen for the idle thesis times and whatnot, and that is already significantly higher for the Saltinate, so they might be later to the next stage because that they're not too. They have the docks up, but they don't have any fish out yet. There's the first fish for the Vikings. Could be something about water build orders here that usually on land maps you're fine with 4 on wood, right? But on naval maps you usually want more than 4 on wood because or 5 on wood before we go for the bore, because you need the wood for the dock and to produce fishing ships. So 4 is simply, it's too little for a naval map. Even if you're Malay, yeah, you need a wood with Celts maybe could make do with 4 builders early on, but generally speaking you need more on wood. Let's see the eco stats here. 4 on wood, 11 on wood for Captain Bidgers, and 6 for There's Always a Hole. What does the villager efficiency involve? Amount of time villagers have spent gathering. And that's last minute, and then it under there is like total time or resources gathered. I think I need to, yeah, I need to read up on what the efficiency stats means. Malay landing from pocket though. I'm not too sure about that. I think Chadgun wants to challenge Wouter. Yeah, when the workers move, the percentage goes down because they're not doing an effective action like building or repairing or collecting resources, so that's about right. I don't think the Malay will land. I think Malay will challenge water here because of their strengths of going up quicker and yeah, there are many options, but we'll see. So Dennis is fishing. He doesn't like fish, not in real life either, but at least he's making use of it a little bit for the Sicilians here to boost gap time. I don't know if it's going to be fast castle here or if it's going to be a feudal landing. We'll see. Well, they didn't add any dock, you're right. And it's adding a barracks. Why would they have a pocket landing though? Why not the planks? That's just humility seeing my TC idle time. Hey, the other team has more Akkal-AOE. Okay, so a feudal H for Chad Gwyn. Now going with the villager. 21 pop, no fish whatsoever for the Malay. This is fascinating islands play. And as we see, Orange has the transport ship out, so he is going to transport. He is gonna land! Yeah, Malay should definitely be fishing, no matter what. They have so many bonuses going for them. Dennis is up in the village. Let's follow the transport. This is quite an early transport. Will, who's down here, O'Connor see this in time. He's about to produce an outpost here. But the ship is landing over here, as we see in the hybrid line of sight. To see, oh, start. Oh, the ghost with the alarm lights on here. Will you see this? There's a tiny little gray dot on the minimap moving around. Orange sees the sees the outpost and just desperately looking for a place to land here. And it didn't even land on the flank side where it was actually dark terrain or gray terrain or whatever we call it. Some in-game lag here, I think, or something. 4 villagers and a scout. Not exactly hidden away here for the Byzantines. And what about the Malay though? What was the Malay doing? He's dropping a stable at home. What the heck? Akkal-AOE didn't see his sheep. All these outposts and you can't find your sheep, huh? Oh. Oh. Oh! How? Anyway, let's see the landing here. What's our Byzantine friend up to here? It's fighting scouts with villager dropping a barracks. Yeah, they're in a very unlikely spot, these sheep. Infamous Byzantine's trash rush here with the purple player now also going for transport. He's going to transport the scouts. It's actually not going to build the buildings on the enemy island, which is customary. He's going to transport the scouts over. Full hidden away here. There's the range for the Byzantines as well. So this could be skirmishers, I guess, and a stable. Yeah, he's just making everything here. Dennis, is this your adversary? Yeah. Range, stable, barracks. Whose map was just... What do you mean? I can't know what's the player plan for today's stream. I don't have a plan. But since I've been playing League of Empires, I'm likely to cast some League of Empires. Alright, so landing action here. Chadwin with the scouts as well. Transported the scouts over from home, so that's a bit of a detour. Why not just use your Orange Friends transport ship to transport your own villagers over? Whose map was this? This is the Saltinate's home map. Oh. Okay, not transport. Dennis, are you making a galley? Are you fighting for water? What is this? Team Islands was the Saltinate's home map, indeed. Oh, it's their home map. United Nations will probably never ever pick Team Islands, but you never know. They seem to, my teammates seem to be doing all right here. The Ghost with the epic quick walls here, just letting the scouts pass through. Let's see for Purple's scouting for a bit then. See what's cooking here. Orange. Very limited scouting. Yes, what's the stable for though? You're not even... Okay, here's the siege. Color me confused. I don't know what's going on here. The Ghost with some defensive towers, defensive range as well. And okay, in feudal age for now with the galleys. And doing some naval action here together with Akkal-AOE. So 19 nations are controlling water now. We have Viking longboats on the way, but now something's happened. Ah! This is right on Captain Binge's town center, and then it just doesn't care. It's easy to ranges it, but there aren't any villagers inside here. Dennis with low eco, why? Because he's been collecting stone for a castle. And these are idle villagers, I think, these grey numbers here. Yeah, sorry I missed the start. Second TC for Dennis at home as well. And I think this is where we're going to be watching it. Don't forget about the Saltinate's landing here. We're going to follow that as well, of course. There's some stuff going on here. But, hey, thanks for the follow. Why do I need such a long name? Or for the sub, rather. Subbing for the castle drop, I like it. Thank you so much. So already successful landing for Dennis, making the sergeants, making a town center. Primarily hyped for Saturday's music stream. Yeah, I have no idea how that's gonna be. So we'll see, but I think I'll just find... I have downloaded the tunes from Steam, so I could just pick them and try and pick them up on my instrument and see how it goes. Chad Gwyn with the castle here. There are some sergeants here for Dennis though. And now he has the TT up! He doesn't have enough builders to... Oh, he could snipe this foundation. He could snipe this castle foundation. Oh, never mind. He almost saw a reverse, same style castle drop here. The Ghost with some movement on water here with the galleys. Akkal-AOE, sorry. I'm so used to seeing the Ghost with blue, but Akkal-AOE with blue for this one. And... build 5 TC... Sorry, I can't look anywhere else. I have to. They're doing some good landing over here, so they're pushing the Ghost hard on home base here. But this is where the action is going. It's 4 freaking builders, and Captain Bean just bailed on that castle because these freaking Sicilian builders they built in lightning speed. And look at the position: stone, stone, gold denied, and this one denies wood and gold as well. Oh my god. And now Dennis has 2 production buildings for sergeants here. Not to mention he could get First Crusade at some point and pop out some builders over here. Absolutely ridiculous, but also absolutely beautiful castle spots. It denies all the stone for... almost all the stone for Chad Gwyn here, who's making elephants from that starting stable. And has some docks in the back. No, doesn't have any docks in the back, in fact, because Akkal-AOE has been roaming around like crazy here with the galleys and now is challenging longboats. Pog, the longboat... actually has full upgrades here. Thalassocracy, that's the Malay unique tech for the dock to start shooting arrows, so you could have sort of a defense on the shoreline. But what does it help defending the shoreline when you have castles on land? What's Orange's landing looking like? Looks like he's... Okay, so he's denying a gold. He's denying production buildings, taking them out, but on the other hand, the Gauss Eco is just relocating, it's moving further south. And he's made monks and mangonels of his own to defend here. But we see that there's been some damage done here. One builder killed, 5 builders killed for Captain Binjuice. That would be, yeah, fish and stuff. 1 for 1. I'm offended by my late play for islands. No fish, why? Well, they're going for the unpredictable style, as we have a donjon app on this side. So Dennis really wants to make those sergeants. He didn't get any upgrades for them yet, actually. But he's got some numbers, and sergeants, as we know, they can construct new dungeons as well. And Dennis, he soon has that 200 for another one here, so these walls aren't going to keep Dennis out for long. 2 TCs on the enemy island as well. So if Dennis drops the 3rd TC on this land, he will be having 21 sergeants on this island, and then some more at home as well to help against his land. So I was listening to Dennis on voice chat here while we were playing, and I kept asking the gods, do you need help? Should I send First Crusade? Or should I make First Crusade to hold this up? And the gods, no, it's fine. I have castles protecting my eco. They're not gonna keep pushing with the siege over here. Castle on this hill eventually as well, and the ghost will be keeping his teammate fairly safe as well. Akkal-AOE is on 3 TT eco here, and let's go back to the eco stats actually, to see that United Nations have a 40 villager lead. That could be some fish as well playing here. Yeah, it's a cast. I didn't play the first game with my team, so the first game on stream today was live. I was playing. Yeah, it's so fresh that most people haven't seen this. Berserkers for Captain Midges, I think the idea is to fight the sergeant, so that makes perfect sense, but Dennis has a point of refuge here, and he has help on the shoreline from Akkal-AOE as well, potentially here. The ghost in the castle, but not really. He's leaving the naval fighting to Akkal-AOE, which is just fine. Akkal-AOE could even make his Portuguese, so he could make caravels against the Viking longboats. It looks like the almost unupgraded sergeants are doing decent against the unupgraded berserkers here. But there's not much space for Captain Binjuice to relocate and to get going here. He has some fish running still, but Akkal-AOE will be raiding that right now. And on the other side we have still some army at large here, but they can't push this area because of the castles, and I guess eventually a castle will go up here as well, so that the player they really should be hitting is Dennis in the north here, because he's all of his army on the other side, right? So you definitely want to stop pushing pocket now and go for Dennis's. Then here comes the castle on the hill, as discussed. So that's gonna keep this passage safe as well. Hill bonus as well. Some crossbows here. Could be dangerous. Not much land armies to mention here. The Gauss has mainly been defending with castles. Yeah, this one probably won't go up. Not yet, anyway. Almost 100 villagers for the Gauss, yeah. I think that was the clicking or reaching the next age lag right there. Halberdiers for their soul as a whole. Why is he taking Halberdier? Oh, in the meantime, Dennis has been doing First Crusade. That's already missed it. So he's been making First Crusade. He's putting them into Rams here on the other side, and still only +1 defense for these sergeants. He is doing everything. Why delete that castle? Saving stone for another one, maybe. Let's see. Preserving the stone, because otherwise these armies would kill it. Okay, so there's always a hold is killing everything. Dennis has a... Well, they are really low military APM, all things considered, while Akkal-AOE is microing like crazy on water probably or something, because it's higher here, the military APM. There is a castle in my face, by the way. Oh, on this side. Nice. That's not... Oh, so the Vikings player landed there, so they are pressuring Dennis. But guess what? First Crusade is gonna deal with this, because the Vikings castle doesn't have murder holes. And it also probably doesn't have eco to make more berserkers here to contest the numbers. Or he couldn't anyway, because there's another castle here from Dennis. Too much happening in this game, come on! Rams pushing on this side with sergeants and whatnot. +2 defense is in, so they will be quite tanky in terms of tanking archer fire. And I'm garrisoning the rest of them now, making berserkers. So there's not much left of Vikings on this naval map. Longboats going down as well, so officially no naval army for the Vikings. 3 battering rams here for Umut Dennis and his 40 skirms. Now Umut Dennis and his 28 sergeants pushing away here. Impit GG. Quite likely. It's not over yet though. There's a castle on hill going up, or there's always a hole. Marvelous. Camels, scorpions, halberdiers. He just wants to both have every unit and also every counter unit here. It's probably an in-game challenge he's trying to complete. By the way, Purple is doing a masterpiece. What's Purple up to here? He's been making those docks, the harbors, sorry, they fire arrows. And really massing up units. And then there's elephants as well, somewhere. Oh. Harbor rush from Purple here. Nice. What's to stop Dennis from dropping another castle though? Dennis has... Yeah, stone is to stop Dennis from that, but... claiming the enemy shoreline now with harbors and also providing cover fire for the massive galleys here. The naval units are... yeah, in massive numbers here for Chadwin, so Chadwin kind of winning water here, but what does it help winning water when you're landing like this on your home base, home island? Then is to just keep pumping out units here and yeah, destroy the market. So pillar of Captain Binges' economy here. Is it Q, the white number in the corner on top of the... Yeah, I think that's the unit Q. No, what is this? A big number is the total number of units, and the upper one is the units in queue. Yeah, left corner. Sergeants helping against the landing of... there's always a hole as well. It's a Byzantine castle, so that's going to take some time to push with its 6,720 HP. And more harbor going up here for Chadwin, and Captain Virus has a landing here with the Vikings as well. So since he's lost his base at home, he'll try to steal Dennis's base instead, because Dennis is, looks like Dennis is on team with the Saltinate on the other side here. Yeah, also uphill castle, exactly. So the tribes to less damage later, it's dealing 300 damage. So it's gonna take forever to drive that down. The Ghost has been making in the Navy this game with the Vikings. He's been leaving that to all corner, and then he's been defending on land with skirmishers and arbalists and whatnot here, and moving a bit too close to the castle, but protecting these two tribes now. How many harbors are needed to kill a castle? I never tried, so I wouldn't know. Another castle for Captain Binges here. Castle into GG by looks of it, calling the GG, and the final score ends with 2-0 for United Nations. And GG, it was so fun, says Umatanis and his 40 skirms, and I guess he has a point, because this was crazy. Crazy. 62 sergeants, that's the unit that this team made the most. 62 sergeants for Dennis and 29 galleys for Chadwin, so officially made most naval army here. Let's have a look at the stats. And we can split this one up here to split into separate graphs, so we'll see the eco graph on its own, and then the military graph down here. There's, guess where First Crusade happened. Umbunden is 62 sergeants, exactly. So Horse Collar is happening later, but it is a naval map. In fact, Vikings never got Horse Collar, unless it's hidden behind here, could be the case. And yeah, handcart, of course, for Vikings reaching Castle Age, that kind of stuff. We can tell the preparing for the landing here with the armies, and then losing it, and then the Ghost reacting to the landing with some military as well. 37, 8 KD for Chadwin, though, so that's probably the naval action happening later. Good KD for Byzantines as well. Good push on that, but not enough to throw 19 Nations off the game. I think they needed to address this earlier when they landed, rather than... Yeah, but it's a difficult choice to make. My impression is that when players land on team islands, they kind of switch between dealing damage to more of the players, instead of just focusing on one, on the pocket. But Vikings also undeniably stronger. Just look at the eco here. And then the other Vikings player getting castle dropped into oblivion. Alright. Society score, Captain Bean just never passed 46 villagers, says something about the pressure that Dennis was applying there with those ridiculous castles. And the APM chart, kind of fun as well. We have, probably the land action here with the spike there, some Mangonels, everything happening. And we can see the eco APM just for fun, who's stressing with the eco management here, or just the military. But all in all, they're kind of comparable. Seem like even players in that regard, maybe. I was prepared to attack with Sergeant Treb Ram on enemy island for GG. Yeah, I see the sergeants. Not many attack upgrades, but then you have the siege for that to take out buildings. Interesting. What a game.